With my wires.
Are you doing okay there?
No.
Can we do this? Can we talk about the weather?
Yes, okay.
So, February felt like spring, and so March feels like winter. Which is totally normal for Calgary.
Totally normal.
Yeah.
We have to make up for winter, right? So yeah, this first week of March is certainly more wintry than much of what we saw in February. Yeah. And interesting enough, of course, spring starts in March, so why would we kick off March spring-like, right? All right, here's your Capital Chev Skycam, and yeah, Mother Nature just making it interesting for us. And I guess we're used to these twists. Minus 12 is the temperature, just the base temperature right now. It is gusting around 35 kilometers per hour. Now, yesterday we had gusts closer to 60, 70 kilometers per hour at times, and the day before. So the winds have calmed down, still a little gusty, but not as gusty as it has been over the past couple of days. When we look at wind chill, it feels closer to minus 21 in Calgary right now with that wind chill, minus 20 in Red Deer. A little more reasonable in through Claresholm at minus 13 in Medicine Hat as well. Brooks minus 17. So certainly chilly. We're looking at these chilly conditions lasting for at least these next few days. Calgary is no longer under any sort of warning or watch or statement, and most of southern Alberta isn't. However, these areas under a snowfall warning. So from Red Deer over to Coronation, down through Medicine Hat, 10 to 20 centimeters possible tomorrow with this system. So this is the next system rolling through. This is a stateside system that will push waves in from the south. You can see right now what we get is just this flow from the west, and we're getting residual amounts basically from this last system that's moving out. This is just upsloping. So another 2 to 4 centimeters possible overnight tonight, and then the next system really starts to kick in. So I'm going to give you the timeline here. As we move through the overnight hours, so 1:30 to 4:30 in the morning, you can see the snow starting to move up in through Lethbridge and Calgary. And then you can see it intensify. So these darker purples that you see here in the areas where we do have the snowfall warning, that's where we're looking at those heavier amounts and those heavier bursts of snow. But throughout the day in Calgary, we are looking at snowfall for the day. We'll talk about amounts in just a second, but this should clear out of Calgary and down Highway 2 and up Highway 2 really for Sunday. And then you can see it still residing along the border here. So additional amounts of another 2 to 4 centimeters possible in these areas for Sunday as well, before that all fully tracks out by Monday there in the eastern part of our province. Now, for Calgary, we're not looking at snowfall on Sunday. We'll get about 5 to 10 centimeters for tomorrow from this next system. Temperatures will remain cold for these next few days. So a daytime high of minus 17 for tomorrow. Again, 5 to 10 centimeters. This also will be tracking up the QE2, so terrible driving conditions for all of Highway 2. Minus 14 is a high for Sunday, minus 13 for Monday. Then we start our warming trend, minus 10 for Tuesday, and then close to the freezing mark, at least on Wednesday. This is your Capital Chev 5-day forecast. Ian?
Thank you very much, Danielle.
Danielle back in now as we look into our weekend forecast. It's going to be a very wintry weekend indeed.
Yeah, what did we hear a couple weeks ago from out east? Shack wacky?
Yes, shack wacky, if you're in the house too long.
Cabin fever, shack wacky, all of those things, yes. So if you're a winter weather person and you get out and enjoy it, that's great. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be cold and it's going to be snowy, especially for tomorrow. And the cold weather will continue for many days after tomorrow. Minus 9 was our daytime high in Calgary, but that was at about midnight, and then we've been dropping throughout the day, and you can see that through Lethbridge, Brooks, and Medicine Hat. So the daytime highs actually don't look so cold here, but we did cool throughout the day rather than warm. Right now with the wind chill feels more like minus 21 in Red Deer. In Calgary, Claresholm a little more reasonable, feeling more like minus 12. Lethbridge, the base temperature minus 6, feeling more like minus 13. We are looking cold weather lasting. We are also looking at near zero visibility at times overnight tonight and through tomorrow. So traveling up the QE2 here, Highway 2, we are looking at terrible driving conditions for many times of tomorrow because of the heavy snow and at times blowing snow, reducing visibility. Visibility right now is down to 2.4 kilometers in Calgary, 3.2 in Pincher Creek, and better in Lethbridge at the moment, anyway at 16.1. But again, we are looking at the snowfall rolling in. Now, Calgary, Banff, Canmore, Lethbridge, not under any sort of snowfall warning, but still a good amount of snow to come. Red Deer over over to Coronation down through Medicine Hat under the snowfall warning because higher amounts are expected here. So 10 to 20 centimeters just tomorrow, and then tacking on another 5 to 7 centimeters for some of these communities on Sunday as well. Here's a look at what we're getting right now. We got the winds pushing up the mountains. It's creating that instability, that lifted air, and we're getting some snowfall, some bands of snow from that. So that's that residual amount. The next system, though, is stateside, and it's going to push some snow up into southern Alberta, into central Alberta as well. So I'm going to give you the timeline here. Saturday, 2:30 in the morning. You can see it already starting to move into Lethbridge, Pincher Creek area, then creeping into Calgary. You can see your timestamp here by 4:30 in the morning. And then we have it become more widespread by the time we get through early Saturday morning, about 10 a.m. and then up the QE2 for much of the day as well. Heavy at times, especially off to the east, the eastern corridor, looking at heavy snow. And that's why we have the higher amounts and the warning in place for many of these communities. And then that's where it will continue on Sunday. But for Calgary and through Lethbridge and up the QE2, we won't likely see any snow on Sunday. We'll be done with it. So 5 to 10 centimeters for Calgary tomorrow, minus 17 as a high. We improve a couple degrees each day, but still cold for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But you'll see a huge improvement by Wednesday with a high of -2. That's your Capital Chev 5-day forecast, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. And health news.